Welcome back to Crypto Learning Community. Today I have something very special for y'all. Alright. Sorry about that. We have an emergency update, okay? I've seen a lot of good stuff. We've had a lot of good setups too. Sorry I haven't been posting. I'm still getting the house ready to sell and we're making good progress, right? So let's what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over what's happened. We're going to look at where we're at now, how we got here, and what to expect, because tomorrow is a very big day. I got to pull that up for y'all real quick. Alright, here we are, Forex Factory. And so I've gone over here to this week on Forex Factory, and we have FOMC coming out tomorrow, right? It's Wednesday. Okay, it's a big day, lots of liquidity, lots of volatility. Alright, it means market maker games, manipulation, etc., etc. Simple logic based reasoning and speculations. So with that being said, let's go over some things. We've had a curvature of liquidity. We've swept that liquidity. Using market cipher B has given reversal signals to a lot of this stuff, right? If we come over here to the 4-hour time frame, actually, we can start at the daily. We had a bearish divergence on the daily time frame, money flow coming up. But on the 4 hours, where things look really nice, bearish divergences, momentum waves getting lower, money flow getting lower, while we came into a larger supply zone, right? It's a very important key area from these highs here, and that's our resistance. It's a major resistance zone. So to see these signals, these signs of weakness coming into that area was an easy short, right? You could have taken this blindfolded. I don't recommend that, but it was an easy YOLO trade even. I think it was this low here, or maybe even this one here. We had a hourly time frame breaker structure, right? This low or this low, whichever you want to call it, made this high, and we very easily broke that down here. Get your short, tuck your stop loss up there, and trail your stop loss on the way down, targeting this curvature of liquidity. Where did we bounce from? Well, the POC volume area low of the range, taking all that liquidity out. Could see we had order blocks down here, but I'm not going to go that far. That's past and whatnot. We had our indications. Let's see. I believe we even had CBD indications of bullish. I gotta sign in. Hold on. So if you want to know like when to take profits or when to hedge a long against your short, so we already had signals of the short, this is what you're going to look for. Where is it? Right here. So this was, let me zoom out a little bit. So that was your top, we got in a short, right? Here's your here's your bottom technically, but we had indications of bottoming right here. So it's a nice scalp long. This right here is your CBD divergence, okay? Price came lower. CBD came higher. Open interest dropped dramatically. So that makes an exhausted buyer or seller. Sorry, let me just pull up the CBD cheat sheet. I think I got it somewhere. Give me a sec. Alright, here it is. I got it for you. Nice little cheat sheet here. If you want, you can screenshot this. This is from Alpha Spark. They have a nice cheat sheet. This isn't something they didn't make CBD divergences, but this is their cheat sheet. These are good. Learn these or save these somewhere. This is powerful stuff. Of course, don't use it randomly. It helps when you have confluence, right? Are you at support? Are you at resistance, etc.? Has liquidity been taken? You know, things like that. But we have right here, exhausted sellers. Lower low on price action, higher low on CBD, and open interest is decreasing. Okay, exhausted sellers. They've been selling. They took liquidity, maintained market structure, yada yada yada. And then you had a break of market structure even right there. If we were to go down that fractal a little bit, right? Very clear trade. Fractal break right here. Boom. There's your long. Now, unfortunately, it didn't take us too high. What did we reject off? This order block here, and then ultimately came back down. But still a scalp trade, and that's how we look for signs of weakness to the shorts and strength to our longs. Ultimately, there was indications of the long trade as well. Would you look at that on the hourly time frame? We swept the internal, and did we take? Okay, look, this low lines up with that. So this is our external liquidity. So this low not only took internal liquidity, but it took external liquidity as well. So your confluence, right? You have volume area low. You have liquidity internal and external being taken out. You have divergences on the 1 hour time frame. You have money flow on the 1 hour time frame. 4 hour does have a bull div, and even the money flow curving up on that. So you could have waited for that hourly close. It's this candle here. Okay, it came down a lot, so you could have got a really good entry. You would have to cover this low here, and then you can trail your stop loss. And then ultimately, I would have targeted these highs here. The high in here that had the gap. Or you can aim all the way up. Know that there's a lot of resistance here, but I'm about to show you why I believe we're coming for this, okay? These things, there's a lot to this. Stick with it and watch. So that alone's a 5-to-1 there. Free trade. Huge move, too. You didn't have to wait long for that huge move. Let me delete this. So, on the bigger picture of things, right? There's a lot of liquidity engineering. These things happen in a very specific way, and it all revolves around liquidity, alright? We have liquidity at these lows. These are very important lows, and there's a lot of stop losses down there too, alright? Watch that 92.8, 92.7 level. Yeah, a lot of liquidity there. Very important. Not really care about this one. If we lose these, that ain't gonna save us right here. So very important. If anything, watch for an SFP. But if we start closing body candle closes below these levels, that's bearish. All right. You watch for another bounce up before coming down farther, and then you got a huge gap below us too, right? So that's coming much lower. All right, and then what's above us as well? Well, more liquidity. We also have some order blocks too that haven't been hit. If anything, they front ran them, priming liquidity for that market maker order block, that market maker zone. All right, the big boys. That's where they go to play. Let's show you the proof on that. Where's my high block? Okay, here we go. Liquidity heat maps. We'll just do this one. Here's the 6 month. So 6 months showing liquidity up more around above 100K. But you know what I didn't open up for y'all was Bookmap. Did I say? Oh, I'm getting tired. I've had a long day packing and selling. This is high blocks. This is heat map. Bookmap is here. Let me pull one. I've actually got a live stream here. The old guy who live streamed had all this stuff. I don't know what happened to his YouTube account. But here's the person. Give credit for him. He's got high block. He's got Kingfisher. And he's got your Bookmap over here. I'm too lazy to run my Bookmap. So his works too. But I was watching. This is Bookmap right here. This is just the order books. And it shows you where large orders are. And so on top of these high liquidation levels, as you could see here, right? 35 billion there. You can see it here. We have lots of liquidity right above that high. on top of there being liquidity, there is also limit order liquidity. Okay? What does that tell us? That tells us that they're going to fill their orders on the people that are going to get wrecked. Alright, that's what they do. That's how they play the game. That's how they engineer price. Just the way things go. So I have, we have a lot of reason to believe that this high is going to be taken. Alright, so let's take all this information we've absorbed and let's turn it into a plan. Or let's begin to speculate, and we could create plans around. So we found the levels. We know what price has been doing. We know that this is all a range right here, right? You want to be getting in at the bottom of the range or the top of the range, alright? Not in here. That was all engineer liquidity, right? And if so, it's scalps and risk management, because there are setups in there. But these are the levels you want to watch, right? Are we going to get an SFP up here? Or are we going to get an SFP down here? Tomorrow's going to be a key day. Could we hit it sooner? Sure. But what you can expect is one to get hit and then to attack the other. 4-hour time frame. We've already crossed over into the red. Could there still be? You could just get a higher high or an SFP, but a lower momentum wave. It looks like it that way already, right? Momentum waves all the way down here. It'd have to break above here to not be a divergence. So you're gonna have to have some real strength coming into the zone. Then again, money flow's been coming out, so it'd have to at least break over here. I'd watch for this level more than this. Oh, excuse me. So what am I saying? Ultimately, I'm bearish, right? Well, okay. I have reason to believe that we won't hold here. But as far as market structure goes, you do have to recognize on a higher fractal, this is our market structure, right? This is just a higher low to make a higher high. What we're watching for is this to be an SFP. No body closes above there. No strength, weakness, right? Reversal patterns, divergences, etc., etc. Whatever your indication or indicator is, that's what you're going to look for in this area. And then you're going to ride it to the bottom. And actually much, much further. Because this will be the breakdown of the trend if we start losing these zones. But as far as like the hourly fractal, right? We broke structure here and came down. This could just be another move up before the breakdown. So just be ready to watching this area and this area right here. Tomorrow's very important. Watch the FOMC meeting in the news. Use your tools available, right? Use your CBD. Use your liquidity maps. If you can't afford high block, check out the live streams on YouTube. Just stick to the rules. Market structure flips, divergences, whatever it is. And you come out with a lot of money. These are the moves that take a while to make, and it's all been very easy, right? This hasn't been difficult. If you're over trading, it's easy to get caught up in these little moves, but these are the big moves. I think the only thing I wanted to tie in is altcoins. I had been talking about altcoins for a long time. There are some signs as well in this area. Let's go look at this is the 8-hour. Yeah, 8-hour looks very bearish. Momentum waves, divergence, money flows coming out. What is it? So, okay. I was going to give my speculation on these things too. I think there's... Man, I'm getting exhausted. So, I think it's the hourly time frame. There was several altcoins I'm looking at who are printing reversal. So we have money flow coming up, divergences, right? nice, pretty low. Front running this demand zone, unfortunately. I don't remember what's going on there, but so my speculation is Bitcoin dominance is going to top out. Bitcoin itself is going to top out, and money's going to flow into altcoins. I think this week is the start of altcoin season. I've been talking about this a while, but these are big moves. These don't happen straight away, right? We saw Filecoin. We saw ENJ get the big move. If you check ENJ Bitcoin pair, that's what happened, right? What was the other one? GMT, another one, big move. Bitcoin pair moving. So watch that GMT BTC pair. Watch the ENJ BTC pair, and these others in Bitcoin dominance. Altcoins. This could be the bottom, guys. This could be it. These are going to be very big moves. We've been waiting a long time for this, and patience was the key. We'll get more confirmations if we take these highs. Adam's got some interesting stuff going on. Monthly time frame, momentum wave, curving. We have potential monthly time frame divergence. We had the weekly divergences. I'm trying to print a red dot. We'll see. I think we'll go ahead. I did here. Conclusion: watch these altcoins. Watch tomorrow. Just sit on your hands, really. I think there's going to be so many confirmations. Everything's not been complicated, right? Don't rush into stuff. They've been tipping their hands to these large moves, and just don't overdo it. Don't get too cocky with it. So, well, I hope y'all good luck with your trading, and God bless.